Disabled people were among the early adopters of personal computers. They were quick to appreciate that word processing programs and printers gave them freedom from dependence on others to read and write for them. Some of these disabled early adopters became very knowledgeable about what could be achieved and used their knowledge to become independent students at a high level. People who have limited mobility or limited manual skills can find it difficult to obtain or hold printed material. Visually impaired people can find it difficult or impossible to read print, but both these groups can be enabled to use a computer and, therefore, access the information electronically. Many insecurities, fears, and doubts stem from lack of understanding or lack of knowledge about something. The more you understand and know about a situation, the more comfortable you will be, and thus the less power your shyness will have over you. Let's take for example the subject of public speaking.
To confront the 21st century challenges to our economy and national security, our education system must be strengthened to increase the foreign language skills and cultural awareness of our students. America's continued global leadership will depend on our students' abilities to interact with the world community both inside and outside our borders. Water is at the core of sustainable development. Water resources, and the range of services they provide, underpin poverty reduction, economic growth and environmental sustainability. From food and energy security to human and environmental health, water contributes to improvements in social well-being and inclusive growth, affecting the livelihoods of billions. In a sustainable world that is achievable in the near future, water and related resources are managed in support of human well-being and ecosystem. Disabled people were among the early adopters of personal computers, for some of which, information in electronic format can be more accessible than printed information, and online communication can enable disabled students to communicate with their peers on an equal basis, so people's disabilities are not necessarily visible in online communication systems, and disabled people do not have to declare the disability and are not perceived as being different. Sufficient and safe water is made available to meet every person's basic needs, with healthy lifestyles and behaviors easily upheld through reliable and affordable water supply and sanitation services, in turn supported by equitably extended and efficiently managed infrastructure. Public speaking, an activity that terrifies most people half to death, but only because they do not have much knowledge about it, terrifies you as you are scared of being judged or laughed at, and you can go read and learn about people good at public speaking, by which you are more prepared with higher confidence, allowing you to attempt public speaking. Water is governed in a participatory way that draws on the full potential of women and men as professionals and citizens, guided by a number of able and knowledgeable organizations, within a just and transparent institutional framework. The advantages and disadvantages of solar power compared to other forms of renewable energy have been greatly debated. While obviously superior to some forms of energy, solar power's high cost and efficiency dependent on geography have limited its appeal. However, a large number of advantages also merit further development and even possible adaptation for residences. Advantages of solar power. Solar energy remains popular because it is both a renewable and clean source of energy.
Integrated approaches to water resources development, management and use and to human rights are the norm. Water is governed in a participatory way that draws on the full potential of women and men as professionals and citizens, guided by a number of able and knowledgeable organizations, within a just and transparent institutional framework. Beginning of lessons which are continuations from previous lessons. In terms of the practicalities of teaching, this is a process of making children think about the topic or remember what has been covered already. In terms of theory, it is to do with activating particular schemas. Neither the experts nor the media were presenting how global development changes the world. Based on these two insights, Hans Rosling made it his mission to bridge this gap and present the evidence that global development is a reality. His approach to communicating research on global development was through public talks and the use of data visualization. Despite great debate, solar energy, whose advantages merit further development and possible adaptation for residences, remains popular because it is a true renewable resource which is available for collection in all areas of the world each day, and it is non-polluting, creating no greenhouse gases or waste, reducing noise pollution and having very little impact on the surrounding environment, without reasonable maintenance and repair costs. The importance of international studies and foreign language education for U.S. Economic and National Security Committee for Economic Development. To confront the 21st century challenges to our economy and national security, our education system must be strengthened to increase the foreign language skills and cultural awareness of our students. Researchers in the field of animal coloration have largely ignored near-infrared light, because it isn't easy to measure and there's no evidence that animals can see these wavelengths. Because these wavelengths are invisible, they don't affect camouflage or sexual attractiveness, which are very important in the animal world. This means that many animals can control their temperature by altering reflection of near-infrared light without compromising their ability to hide or attract a mate.